Cat, Angel of a Dawn, baby, and a P.O.P.
Welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title, today is a get ready with me. So I also did include a Q&A, mostly because I have quite a bit of new subscribers and you know not everyone sees the other get ready with me that I did. So I decided to do a new one. I did answer your questions that were on Instagram, so if you haven't followed me already, here's my username. Definitely go follow me, keep up to date to what I'm doing. Instagram and Snapchat is where I always am. So my dog Raina, she is gonna be in and out of the video, just like making little noises. She gets weird when I'm talking to the camera and I'm not talking to her. So in case you guys hear anything, it is her. Once again, thank you guys for clicking onto this video and let's get started. Okay, so these are a few questions that I did get from Instagram about a week ago, so bear with me. I've been trying to film it, but I haven't been in the mood. Okay, so some of these questions I get quite often. I do have a highlight on my Instagram of all the questions that I have gotten. Oh, by the way, if you hear Raina bark, I'm sorry. When I talk to the camera, she thinks I'm talking to her. So as I was saying, the questions that I get asked often, any questions that I get on Instagram, I do put them in a highlight and it's marked questions, I believe. So if you have, like, you're just curious, you can scroll through there. I'll still answer them in this video because I know I have a lot of new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. So the first question is, how long have you been married? I've been married 1 year and 5 months to my husband. He is in the Marine Corps. That was also another question. He is in the Marine Corps. We are in Oahu, Hawaii. That is where he is stationed. What, Raina? Sorry, she's like not growling at me, but she knows I'm talking and she doesn't see me looking. Can you guys hear her? Anyway, next question. Eyebrow tutorial. Girl, I mean, as you can see, all I do is fill in my brows with a brow pencil, and to be honest, I don't even really know how to do that. Like, I just do my eyebrows, honestly. Next question. How old are you? So I am 19 years old. Yes, I'm only 19 years old. That question gets asked so often because some people tell me I look older, some people tell me I look my age, or some people just tell me like, you're so young, how are you doing this, blah blah blah. And I mean, it's my life. I love my husband. Oh, also, if you guys see this band-aid, I got my neck split on out, so she's still healing. It's still a little sore, it hurts, so that's why that's there, in case you were wondering. Next question, what's your puppy's name? Her name is Raina. I'm gonna do a video on her. I'm sure you guys have seen her already, like in my vlogs, and if you follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, I'm always on there. You should definitely go follow me. This is my username. But anyway, that's where she is most of the time. I do want to do a video of like meet my puppy, because right now she is, let's see, she's 10 weeks, so she's still a baby. I will do a video, so look out for that. It's basically just gonna be like meet my puppy, like, you know, I always used to love watching those because I love puppies. Like, I only like small little dogs that like stay little, like Shih Tzus, Pomeranians, like that sort of height. I guess I don't like it. For me personally, I love smaller dogs that, like, I don't know why. I've never been a person for like big dogs, like Huskies and German Shepherds, Pit Bulls. Like, I don't really like bigger dogs. for whatever reason, I just don't. So I had a Shih Tzu Mateo, as you guys had seen, and unfortunately he passed away. But I did get another dog named Reina. I got her about 2 months ago. Yeah, I got her 2 months ago. She was only 2-3 weeks when I got her. No, she was like 4. She was pretty young when I got her. So, oh, she's drinking water. Can you see her? Yeah, she's pretty young when I got her. So, Reina or Reina, it means queen in Spanish, and I'm the queen. But I don't know, we really like that name. My husband and I picked it. I was like, Reina, like I was just spitballing names, and Reina he really liked, so we stuck with that. Next question. My boyfriend is in boot camp. Do you have any advice? So I guess my advice, the biggest thing I would suggest is write to him as much as you can. Like I wrote for my husband every single day, and I sent him a letter. No matter, you know, how many letters they got, it means so much to them. You know, they're out there by themselves, they make friends, but like it's a different environment. They're being yelled at constantly, you know what I mean? Like I'm sure they appreciate it so much when you write down and like just tell them about your day, tell them what you've been doing. I would definitely say always give him motivation, don't stress him. I think it's very important to let them know that you're proud of them, that you care about them, that you know that they're gonna do great, that just a bunch of motivational things. If you're any religious, I would say send them a scripture verse, write down a scripture verse about strength, about anything that you know you feel comes from your heart. It's very important to let them know that you're proud of them and that they're gonna do great, you know? I don't know, that's my advice. I guess my other advice, well no, that's kind of it. That's what I did when my husband was gone. Also, keep busy. Make sure to keep busy. If you have a job, stick with your job, girl. Go to school. Don't stay too like open. Like spend time with family, spend time with friends. Go out of town, go on a trip with your friends. Like just keep busy so you're not thinking about it, because you know you're only writing to him. It's not like you're texting him or FaceTiming, so it can get like a little not depressing but like lonely, you know. So that's my advice. Where is your dress from? So my dress is from David's Bridal. I'm assuming you're talking about my wedding dress. It's from David's Bridal. I got it with my mom. And funny story, well I guess it's kind of funny, I don't know. So whenever my husband and I first got engaged, about 3 months or so after, it was sometime in the summer or like right before summer started, he came to visit and we decided to go to David's Bridal in El Paso. And the only reason we went was because I wanted to get like an idea of what kind of dress I wanted, also to see like what he liked seeing on me, because of course like even though he wasn't gonna see it, I still wanted his opinion, right? So I had gone with him and it was just me and him, and we were trying on dresses. No, he did not see me in the dress that I did buy that I wore for our wedding, but he did see me in about 3 different dresses. And then I made a follow-up appointment and I went with my mom about 2 months after. But the point being, I don't even know who told my mom, but someone told my mom that I was wedding dress shopping, and she like freaked out and she was like, I didn't even go with you. And I admit, like when I did that, I didn't think about anything. I was just like, I just want to see what looks good on me, what, you know, what Jose wants to see on me. So I wasn't even like, I wasn't making good decisions. I shouldn't have done that, but I mean, it honestly did give me an idea of what Jose liked to see on me and something he would want to see on me. Like, I got an idea of what he likes. So, moral of the story, I went back 2 months later with my mom, and it was just me and my mom, and we picked out that dress. Absolutely loved it. And yeah, now that I think about it, I'm like, oh my goodness. And I did apologize to my mom. I was like, Mom, I'm sorry, I didn't bring you with me the first time. And I told her, like, I just wanted to see what I liked, and she was like, understand me, hon. Like, so yeah, don't do that, okay? If you're planning on getting married, make sure you take your mom or even your dad, like whoever you have. I just had my mom that was like, well, I don't just have my mom, but you know, she was the person that was in my life, still is in my life, but you know, she was I was a oh my gosh, I can't speak. My parents were divorced, so she was the main person that I went to for basically everything. She was my mom and my hero, basically everything, okay? My mom was a single mom. Absolutely loved her. My mom was a single mom. She raised us to her absolute best. So, you know, of course she was the one that I would want to take. I was just like really young and not thinking, but okay, sorry, I was getting off topic and rambling. What's new? Next question. Do you like being married? I don't know how to answer this question. Like, of course, yes, but there's so many different, like, I guess, parts you include into marriage. Like, this one's kind of just like a straight answer. Do you like being married? Yes, but I feel like there's so much more to that question, if that makes sense. So I love being married. I love being married to my husband. I love our relationship. I do love being married. I would not trade it for, sorry, there's kids. I would not trade it for anything in the world. I love my husband so much, and you know, there's just nothing that I wouldn't do without him. Oh, sorry, Raina is up. She was hiding a minute ago, but she hears me talking and she's like, who are you talking to? Okay, next question. How do you feel when people joke about being married? That's a really good question, first of all. And I want to say, oh, I forgot concealer on my chin. I want to say that it really depends on how they're joking about being married, because there's many ways that you can joke about being married. Like, whether you're young and you're like playing around, or if like you say like you marry someone like as a joke, like that's kind of, I don't know how to, like, I don't know, I feel like that's taking it to extreme. Like, people don't realize, like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like, I didn't realize marriage either. Like, whenever me and Jose would joke about it before, like a year before we got married, we would joke about it, you know. Of course, family was always like, you don't realize, like, it's not something you joke about. And I was like, well, I'm not joking about it. Like, in my heart, I always knew we would get married. But I understood where they're coming from now, because marriage is not easy. It's something that you both grow to. I guess you have to give me like an example. Because some stuff I'm like, you know what, that's fine. Like, you know, they're kids. Let them be happy. And then other things I'm like, I don't know, that's pretty, like, you shouldn't say that. you know, I see so many people in their Instagram, like they have hubby or wifey, or they take their last name, and you know, that's like totally up to them. But it seems like it's not taken serious as much anymore. Like, you'll call anyone your husband or your wife. Like, it's, to me, marriage is something very sacred. It's something you make with that one true person, no matter who it is, that you love, that you care for. That's like your everything, you know? You don't just call someone your husband or your wife. But nowadays, I see that so often. They're like, oh yeah, this is my wife, but they don't really mean it. They're like joking around. And like I said, depending on that situation, I would say something, I would be like, that's not your wife, don't play around like that. It just really depends on the situation. What do you guys think? Do you like when people joke about getting married or being married? Next question, how is it living in Hawaii? Drastic change, huh? It is not drastic, but it is a change. Definitely a change. I was not used to some of the things growing up in Las Cruces. I did not see a lot of the things that I see over here, and so it's very different. You kind of like, not adapt, but you learn a new way of life. Does that make sense? Like, not just being married and moving with my husband, but also in the place that I live in, it's very different to how Las Cruces is. So I had to learn to live like a different way. For example, of course lots of people will drive, but a lot of people walk and take the bus. So a lot of times, like when we lived in Kailua, my husband would be like, just walk, or let's just walk. And I'm like, walking? You know, I was like, I don't want to walk. So that was definitely something different. Of course, I'm sure you can walk back home in Cruces, but like everyone drove. And also, going along with that, there are so many small parking spaces here, and then also there's like nowhere to park. There's parking garages, but they're like $20 and over, and I'm like, even with validation sometimes it's still like $7, and you're only there for like an hour or so. Like, it's pointless, you know? So that was like something that like I didn't adapt to, but like I learned about. Not everyone drives over here, not everyone has a car, so you just have like a different way to live. Definitely the agriculture is different too. There's so many different foods here, so many different ethnicities. So it's really cool actually, because you know, back home in Cruces, most of everyone was some part Hispanic. So, you know, there's Spanish speakers everywhere. Over here, not so much. Not so much. So that was definitely different, being away from my culture. Next question, what's one thing you can't live without? That's a really good question. I don't know, that's a hard question. Like I said, it depends. What are we talking about? Like one thing in general, or one thing like food, makeup, living wise? Like living wise, definitely water. Food, my mom's brisket. Oh, that's so good. I love my mom's brisket. Makeup, lashes. I always wear lashes or no lashes. So there are my three for living, food, and beauty, makeup. So those are three things I can't live without, but each have their own category. I don't know, that's a hard question. I can't just answer one thing. I mean, obviously food you can't live without, but I know you said you and your husband were waiting, but are you excited to have kids? Of course we are. Of course I am. We are waiting 2 to 3 years to have kids. Yes, I know, I got this out. I actually started taking the pill. Nexplanon just wasn't right for my body. So I am on the pill now. Back to the question, I'm very excited, mostly because I find it so, like, not crazy, but crazy good. You create a life with the person you love, and it's like a little bit of you and a little bit of them into one. And I mean, it's so crazy. Like, to me, it's just so crazy that the Lord gave us this, like, this way to create family. And I'm sorry, I'm being religious, but I mean, it's crazy to me. Like, I can't imagine not starting our family. Of course, we want to wait. I mean, I want to wait. I want to be a little bit older. Like I said, I'm only 19. I'll be 20 in December of this year, but still. Next question. When are you going back home to visit? So I am actually leaving in mid-July, and I will be there until a little bit, like, towards the beginning of August. I'm gonna go back home, visit family, visit friends, eat some good food. You definitely don't get some good Hispanic food over here. I mean, there's some places, but they're not the same as the one your mom cooks, you know? What's your fave color? So my favorite color, I have so many. I love all pastels. I'm pretty sure I've said this, but I love pastel colors. Pastel colors have always been my favorite. So really anything pastel, like baby pinks, light blues, sometimes neons, like I guess the colors that I don't really like are red, black, dark blue. I like navy, but not like a royal blue. I would rather wear navy. And yeah, that's it. Those are the only colors. I mean, to be honest, I really don't care too much. I guess I don't really have a favorite color because I change options so many times. Sorry, Reina's right here and I can't help but like pet her. Hi, baby. She's so funny. She hears me talking. I want to show you guys her, but she's getting bigger, so I want to wait till the video. Okay, back to what I was saying. Like I said, I really don't have a fave color. I have colors that I lean more to. I have colors that I'm really like digging. One, I guess like every maybe like 2 to 3 months I change, and I like one color more than the other, or I still like one color, but there is another color that like I will put like in my kitchen, in my living room, in my room. So I'm like all over, you guys. Like, I'm good with so many colors, but at the same time I'm like kind of picky with colors. Like, there's my colors that I don't like. Next question, how long are you staying in Hawaii? So we'll be here either till the end of December or till the end of April. It all depends on my husband's orders. That's whenever we're thinking, but I mean, who knows, you know? With the military, you just gotta be ready. They give you a good enough time to get ready, and like, you know, because you PCS, which is permanent change of station. Yeah, permanent change of station. So they give you enough time, and that's it, you know. It's not like it's sprung upon you, but we're just waiting for my husband's orders, because those are the ones that like they tell you what day whenever like we have cars, like all of that jazz. And that's whenever the movie really starts. So not looking forward to that. What? I tell you, she's like not barking at me, but she like wants attention because I'm talking and I'm not talking to her. Next question. What is your middle name? So my middle name is actually Ray. Fun fact, I always hated it because everyone called it Ray like the boy way, but my mom was always like, Ray for a girl is always spelled R-A-E and Ray for a boy is R-A-Y. So when I was little, I always thought like, no, mine's a girl version, like you can't make fun of me. But as I grew up, I was like, honestly, I don't care. Like, my husband actually named his first truck Leanna Ray, so I thought that was funny. He asked me what should I name her, and I was like, Leanna Ray, duh. And he actually liked it, and he stuck with it. So his first truck was named after me. And that was like 4 years ago. Yeah, it was like 4 years ago when he got his truck. What's most important to you? Excuse me, obviously my husband, my faith, my family. My faith is very important to me. I'm Christian, in case anyone was wondering. I grew up Christian. My mom was Catholic and my dad was Christian, so she converted. So I am Christian. What did I say? My husband is actually Catholic, so we do have different beliefs, but you know that doesn't stop us. I think my faith is important to me. In our marriage, my faith is definitely important to me. I always go to God anytime I have questions, anytime something happens. I always go to the Lord. So yeah, that's what's most important to me. What's your favorite highlight? I guess the one that I like, it looks like this. It's a Maybelline Master Chrome, except the one that I like is called Molten Gold. I actually ran out of it, and I'm just using like this old beaten up makeup sleek palette. So yeah. Also, I like the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. That one's really good too. I like that on my skin tone. I honestly haven't bought it in a while. I haven't been exploring. Okay, my camera died, but she's back on, so it's all good. I did put mascara on my lashes. Next question, do you miss cruises? Yes. I miss cruises so much, you guys, and mostly because my family, for one. I miss my friends and I miss the culture. Like, I don't get any of that over here. And I mean, there's some, but like it's not like home, so it sucks, but I make the best of it. What's the difference between married and living together? That's, well, everyone has like their own opinion on the difference. My opinion is there is not too much difference. Besides, I would say whenever you're married, you're like legally married. You're legally with that person, like it's in documentation. And then whenever you're living together, like you can have a place together, you can have a family together, but I guess what I'm saying, it's not like legal wise, I guess. I don't think there's too much difference besides that. There's people who have been boyfriend and girlfriend and living together for like 50 years. Like, they don't get married, but they're together. They have kids. They're basically married. So it's all up to you, whatever you want to do. So that's my opinion. There is not too much difference, except married, you're legally married, like you are married. Next question is, how's Hawaii? Hawaii is as beautiful as always. I love Hawaii so much, you guys. It is crazy how beautiful it is here. I love it. I love the ocean so much. Like, I've always loved the ocean, and the fact that like my ocean is my backyard, it's insane. What foundation do you wear? A lot of the times, where to go? I'll be wearing the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I wear that one quite a bit, actually. It is one of my favorite, like absolute favorite high-end foundations, I would say, because I get pretty oily and that helps keep me pretty freaking dry. I do mix this Milani Prep Brighten Rose face oil because that helps my skin not feel as dry. And I just mix it together whenever I apply my foundation. Like, as you guys saw, I just do a few pumps, and that really helps my skin not feel as dry. One last question. Oh, look how freaking cute my phone case is. Do you guys watch Remy Cruz or Remy Ashton? They're the same thing, right? Is it Remy Ashton? Or I think that's her Instagram name. Maybe. I'm not too sure. She's like my absolute favorite. Her and Alicia Marie, they're my favorite. I love them so much. I'm gonna ask one more question. Okay, I'm gonna answer one more question. And the question is, how do you do it being away from your family? I couldn't. So it is very hard. I'm not gonna say that it is easy. It is definitely hard. It is something that you have to learn. It is something that you just go through. And one of the things I tell people is that I'm not alone. Can you see right now? I am not alone. I have my husband with me. My husband is very supportive. He's always there for me. He, like, anytime I'm sad, anytime I miss my mom, you know, he's always my shoulder to cry on. He's always my hug. Like, I would definitely say it would be harder if my husband wasn't my husband the way he is with me. It is not easy being a military wife. First of all, it's not being a wife at 19, and then third of all, it's not easy being like 1,000 miles away from your family. Well, it's hard. I will say it's hard, but you know, I have a great husband. I have a very supportive husband. I have a husband who's always there for me, and I wouldn't be able to make it if it weren't for him. Like, a lot of the time when I'm sad and when I'm struggling, you know, he doesn't like, how do I say this? I don't ever see him getting sad. I don't ever see him getting down about missing home, because he knows, like, I'm gonna get sad too. But I mean, lately it hasn't been as hard because I have a great relationship with my family, and also I feel like I've really grown as a person, as myself. Like, it's hard missing your family, but to explain it, I've grown to like realize, like, this is my life. Like, I'm not a kid anymore. When I first got here, I missed my family so much. Of course, I got homesick. I did go back for my grandma's funeral, sadly, within about a month and a half of being here. So that was very hard to go home for that reason. Other than that, that's the only time that I just go home. And it wasn't easy. It was not easy. So being away has definitely been hard, mostly because of my family. But it's just what it's life. So I'm sure plenty of people could not do it, but there's plenty of military spouses everywhere, all over this world. So I would say if your husband, if your boyfriend, girlfriend, anyone, even family, like if they're in the military and they're having a hard time, just send them love, send them prayers. It can get hard, and it can be easy. It can be both. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna wear on my lips, honestly. I think I'm gonna put on like some lip gloss. So I don't really feel like putting on a liquid lipstick. I'm just gonna put on some lip gloss because I just want my lips to be glossy. And they're really, really freaking dry, you guys. It has been so hot lately. Almost forgot setting spray. Okay, so that is the end of this video. I want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my subscribers, and thank you to my new subscribers. Welcome, my name is Liana. Thank you so much for watching this video again. I hope you guys really enjoyed. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see my face more often. Thanks for watching. Let's talk to you guys later. Bye!